Hello everyone, thank you for being here with me. This is going to be a love reading for the zodiac sign that I select from this pile of cards here. I started the love sign or love reading series a few days ago. So I'm trying to get through them throughout the weekend and get them posted onto YouTube. Again, as always, thank you for being here. If you were able to gain any perspective or insight from this reading, please like the video. And also, if you're interested to see more from the channel, I would really love if you were to subscribe to the channel. There is no timestamp or intended timestamp here. It's just a matter of if you see the video on YouTube and you're guided to watch it, hopefully there's a message there for you that you can take away. So even if it's 6 months, 10 months from now, and you come across the video and it pertains to you, then, hopefully you get something out of it. And that's pretty much my intention with this love series. So that's why I don't really go into the astrology too much with these readings the way I did with the zodiac signs. If you have not seen those, I did do June readings for each zodiac sign, and I incorporated an element of astrology for the month of June relating to that sign. So if you're interested, please have a watch. Also look out for your rising and moon sign and your partner sign as well. I should be finishing the rest of the videos in the next couple of days. So let's get started with today's reading. I'm interested to see who we're going to be reading for. Go with this one. So this is the sign of Gemini. So today's video is going to be a love reading for the sign of Gemini. So welcome to all Geminis and Gemini lovers. Thank you again for being here. So we are going to go into the personal energy of Gemini and just get a sense around how they're showing up and how they're feeling regarding love at this time. And as always, use your judgment, and it's your decision to assign the role as you see fit. Because this is a Gemini reading, all of the cards that I'm pulling on this side will be pertaining to the Gemini, and this side will be pertaining to their partner. But if the roles are reversed, of course, you can make that decision for yourself, right? And then, as always, don't try to force a message to be your message. If it is relating to your situation, you'll feel it, you'll know it. So, let's get started. Gemini. Personal energy regarding love and relationship. Okay, you got the Sun, the Nine of Wands. There's something about being protective and defensive right now. And the Judgment card. So the fact that the Judgment card came out, this is telling me that this is a big deal. So whether you're in a relationship or you're just getting to know someone, there's an element of it being a big moment in your life. A situation that you find yourself in with another person from a relationship perspective is sort of making a big impact on you right now. I also feel a sense of needing to be free with this Sun card here. There is defensiveness and there's protection going on. Something may have come to light that you feel you have to defend yourself and put up some sort of boundaries or walls. I'm feeling more boundaries than anything. For the sake of feeling comfortable and free, it's like I'm not going to entertain anything that is stifling. I'm hearing the word stifling. So if something feels too constricted and there's no freedom, there's no flexibility, there's no openness. Like there is a strong sense of boundaries being put up, like putting people in their place, or putting someone in their place maybe. And something has come up, something has come to light that pretty much changed the dynamic here and made you feel that you needed to protect yourself in some way. Maybe you were feeling a little disrespected. Sometimes, you know, when we need to put up boundaries, it's because we are being disrespected or taken advantage of in some way. Let's see what your partner's or your person's personal energy is within the relationship dynamic. And again, you may be together in a committed relationship, or you may just be talking, getting to know one another. What is Gemini's person's personal relationship within this dynamic? You have the High Priestess that just flew out. And the Page of Pentacles. And the Seven of Emotions. Who did I just do? Aries had this. Was it Aries? Or Aquarius. What, Aries or Aquarius had the same card at the same placement. I don't know if you're dealing with one of those signs. Anyway, so your person is probably silent right now. I don't know if there is too much talk happening. I don't feel and see in the cards that there's a lot of communication going on right now. Again, somebody has pretty much put up, you know, put their boundaries, and I do feel like putting someone in their place. The other person over here is, you know, sort of just feeling it out. Maybe if this just happened, your person is retreating and going within, gaining perspective, doing some self-reflection, connecting to themselves, and, you know, maybe there's a sense of connecting with spirit or religion or some kind of spirituality is at play here. If there has been this big moment where, you know, there has been a stop to a relationship, and if this was a long-lasting relationship, you know, sometimes people do find religion or spiritual comfort. And I'm getting that for some of you, or whoever this is over here. The Page of Pentacles is a sort of an opportunity. It's like an idea of some material value that your person is thinking about right now, and they're weighing out their options. And they're just looking at different, you know, paths that they can take to... I'm also feeling that this person over here is sort of starting at the bottom again. Like there's a need to have really strong strength with their higher self, with their internal self, with their heart, with their, you know, knowing themselves and what they're capable of and what their potential is to sort of start over. With the Page of Pentacles, it's like the foundation, like getting it, the idea of building something. Because materials or pentacles has to do with the earth realm, the earth element. So usually this is something of value in the 3D. So they're really thinking of like, what do I want? Yeah, I'm getting that. Like, what do I want? Maybe they have some ideas on what to build within their lives, like doing something for themselves right now. All right, let's go into, how do you feel about your person right now? How does Gemini feel about their person, please? Also have the Page of Pentacles. And the Six of Cups. This is like the fourth reading where the Six of Cups comes out in this area of the layout. I feel like you are thinking of possibilities that were once on the table. I think that you know that they are working on something. You know that they are thinking of they have a plan of some sort. And if they think that they are being secret about it, I don't think that they are doing a good job around that, or as good as they think they are, just because I think you see that. Because in this area, this is how you feel about your person. This is how you see your person. And for the Page of Pentacles to come out, it just tells me that you know that they are working on something. They are working on a new endeavor, a new path, a new, like, to create and to build something new somehow. And I don't know if this is like between the both of you, like they are, because the Priestess, she's a independent energy. She's it's like when you're sorry, I'm stuttering here. When you're in touch with your higher self, it's just you and spirit. It's just you and your higher self, right? Like there's no one else involved. There's no one else's opinion involved. Like it's just you and your higher self, and that's it, right? So she is connecting the High Priestess with their higher, like connecting with the higher self. And this could be a he or she, of course. And so therefore, that's why I say it's independent energy, because there's no one else involved in that process, in that state of being, right? When we are connected that way. So that's why it's like there's some independence here. There's a sense of doing something on their own, building something by themselves. Maybe they are trying to, get away from being so close within the relationship. Maybe they're trying to find their independence and their sense of, individualization. Like, who are they aside from the relationship? And I don't know if you're taking that the wrong way over here with putting up your boundaries. How do they see you? How do they feel about you? The Ten of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles. There's something that is taking a while, a long time to happen. They feel that you are cautious, practical, rational, thinks before they act, but a little slow to make decisions. And they also feel as though you are making, doing too much work, and I'm also hearing making a big deal. Like someone is saying, like, you're making a big deal out of this, I feel that. I'm curious about what this Six of Cups is. Usually this is an element around nostalgia or something from the past coming up. If you're together now, then you probably have been together for a long period of time, or you have history, or you grew up together, right? Like there's a sense of, remember when, the past is coming up here. So it tells me that this is not a new person. If it is a new person, for some of you, if it is a new person, then this is very karmic. With the High Priestess here being an energy of the ethers, of up in the sky, not necessarily here in the earthly realm. You know, there could be an element of you or someone here understanding that this is a karmic tie and there is work to be done within this relationship in this lifetime. So we're talking from a higher consciousness, higher spiritual, you know, type of realm, and you or your partner think that way and live life from that perspective and that belief system, then I am safe to say those things in this reading around the fact that you know that this is a karmic situation. And you know that there's work to be done between you and this person for the sake of soul ascension, for the sake of, you know, personal growth, you know, whatever this life path in this lifetime is pushing you on. And I know that the Gemini zodiac reading that I did for June, if you go back and listen to that one, I mean, it stood out for me, you know, really, because of the message was super, super strong about the Gemini being on a path, like a very, very intentional path that the universe has placed for them in this lifetime. So whoever is relating to that, whoever was listening to that, and now you're listening to this, that is coming back up here. And it could be an element of you and your partner both on this path in some way, shape, or form, where this connection has triggered and sort of awaken the soul's journey individually, right? Because that's what relationships do. We get into relationships so we can learn something about ourselves, so that way we can transform it and do away with that karma from past lives or from childhood and grow as a human being, ascend as a soul, right? And not have to go through the patterns of these lessons again. And speaking of patterns, we have the world here where this, you know, is a closing a cycle. So there can be an element around that going on for some of you. Otherwise, it is, again, you have known your person for a good while and you know that they are working on something. It's like, I'm also feeling like it never got off the ground. Something has, like, it was never able to gain traction. Something was never able to really, like, see the full potential of this dynamic and this relationship, and see the full potential of what the both of you can bring into the relationship. Like, I'm feeling that, like, it was never able to get off the ground. The relationship was never able to get off the ground. Something like that. What do you want from this relationship? What does Gemini want from this relationship? The Ace of Swords. Truth. Gemini wants truth, clarity. You know that they're working on something. I just don't think you know what they're working on. You know that they, like, their ideas are going. They're maybe, you know, being real quiet about the steps that they're taking to build this thing or to move on to this thing. You just don't know the details of it, it feels like. What do they want from this relationship, please? What does Gemini's partner or person in question want from this relationship? Page of Swords. They want communication. They also want to know something, actually. They want to know something as well, where you just want pure, honest, raw truth and clarity. They want to know what you're thinking. They want to know what you're thinking. They want to know your thoughts. That's how it feels. Let's go into the dynamics of the relationship. Anything Gemini or Gemini's person needs to know around circumstance, the influences from either one of them, or outer influences that affect the dynamics of the relationship in any way. What other details can we get around the relationship itself, please? Something is unknown. Someone is in the dark about something. Both are looking for a form of truth. Just one person wants to know the truth about a situation. The other person wants to know the truth about where you stand, what you're thinking. I'm also feeling really strongly they want to know, like, your next move. There's an element of the material here. Working on something at the same time, juggling things around. I don't know if there's like a lot of tasks that are at play, that, you know, responsibilities, obligations, things of material value that need to be worked on or accomplished or finished or something like that. Feels like someone's quietly working on something. Yeah, someone is gaining perspective and wisdom about a situation. Someone is making a decision coming from a wise place. So someone is making a wise decision, or someone needs to make a wise decision. But yeah, I don't know, like they're blind to something. They can't see something. Something is unknown. There's a need to follow the instincts and follow the intuition here. There's a need to really, like, I feel like someone is not making a decision because they have a perception of what the outcome is going to be for them. So it's like, I know what decision I need to make coming from a wise, experienced place, but I know what's going to happen if I make that decision. And so therefore, they're in their head, in their mind, and they're not moving right now. They're not making any choices or any decision because they're scared of the outcome. What is this truth that this person on this side is looking for? The Ten of Swords. So this is an ending. The Judgment card, again. And the Eight of Swords. With the Hermit card at the bottom. The truth as to why something ended. If you are, a good percentage of you are not together at this moment. The truth to why something ended, why someone felt trapped. What is the truth? I'm feeling again with that previous reading, I feel like it was Gemini, where I kept saying something has taken its course, like something's supposed to be done, something's supposed to end. What is the truth here? Okay. There's probably some betrayal going on, some betrayal that's happened. That's why the boundaries came out really strongly at the beginning of the reading. Something ended, someone became aware of a situation that happened that had to do with some sort of betrayal. If you were looking for like validation around a betrayal, like were you betrayed, there is a strong indication that yes, that is the case. I don't know how, I don't know the details of the betrayal itself, but someone did, you know, stab somebody in the back, or, you know, betrayed somebody here for the sake of a new opportunity. So going against the partner for, again, this Page of Pentacles, for something or someone new. And I don't mean to give any bad news or hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that, but it does come with the territory of doing these types of love readings, right? So if you are, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but that's what it looks like here. Someone became aware of some type of betrayal, but at the same time there's a feeling of being trapped and needing to break free from this trapped situation. What is the Page of Swords on this side? What is this saying to me right now? Why does this person want to know what Gemini is thinking, or what their next move is? And again, reverse the roles if needed. The Three of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The Queen of Swords and the Empress. So they want to know what decision you're going to make on something. They want to know what decision you're going to make, so that way they can go in the direction. Like over here, they were thinking about all of their options of the different paths that they needed, that they could take. So wanting to know your decision so they can pick a path and know which direction to take. They want clarity on that for the sake of their material well-being, for the sake of their overall, like, what is going to be best for them. I guess right now there's a lot that is up in the air, and they're just like, there's a lot up in the air. Their end goal for this person is to come out on top, to win, to be in the best case scenario for themselves. Their end goal is to be sitting nice and pretty, basically. Based off of your decision, they are going to be able to pick a path and be clear on that path and strategize around that path, so that way they can get to that end goal. I don't know. It doesn't feel that there is union here at this moment. It just feels that two people are sort of in their own energy, doing their own thing. And I don't feel heart. I don't feel emotion. I don't feel love. I feel like these two people are just focused on their own individual paths. What they're doing with their lives. There's no nurturing. There's no care. If there is anything of the heart, it's over here from this betrayal type of thing, which I think it's like more so, yeah, it's sort of reflecting. So when we reflect, especially, you know, when there's a situation where we have been betrayed and we reflect on a situation, there's so much that can come up during those moments of the could have, should have, would have's, right? Like, I could have done this differently. I should have said this. If I would have done that. And then as well, the memories. You know, like if somebody, and I feel just intuitively sitting in the energy of this, it sucks, basically. So I do, you know, I'm sorry, I empathize and sympathize with the situation. Do you want to see? I haven't been using this oracle in the last couple of readings because I didn't feel I needed to, but let's see what the oracle has to say, if there's any advice or message that wants to come through from spirit here. This is Ace and Water, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So you may be dealing with one of those signs. But this is the emotion that I was speaking of that I do not feel in this reading. So maybe there's a need to dive into your emotions and the depths of your being. The feminine. So the feminine, whoever takes on the feminine role here is probably a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio water sign. And they may I don't know. She's making me feel like she's making me feel like she is onto something. I don't know if you saw what she looks like. She's onto something. And then chemistry and passion. Okay. I don't feel that at all in this reading whatsoever. So I don't know where this is coming from. Maybe, you know, if this is for you, Gemini, like maybe you should identify and notice that there is no chemistry between you and this person. Therefore, it's okay if it's over. It's okay. You know, I don't know if anybody is holding on here. I don't think so. But at the same time, there was this strong need to know the truth. So to know the truth about something could essentially mean holding on. But with, like, there's no connection here. There's no chemistry. There's no passion. There's no pull. There's no magnetizing. There's, you know, there's no heart. And so identify that and know that, you know, it's okay if this was not your person. Like, go out and look for this type of person, or go out, like, in other words, like, find this, right? Like, what is your passion, you know, in life? Like, find your passion in life. And if it has to do with relationship, then maybe the next one, you know, like, look for chemistry with the person, if that makes sense. Guarded and vulnerability. So there's those boundaries. One more, please. And integration and union. Well, I mean, if you're working it out with this person, there's a definite need to do some work here and really, really work on your relationship. Maybe go see go see a therapist, or have a third party help out with, you know, practices and things to do around creating a bond and, you know, feeling the emotion again and the passion for one another again. And I don't want to give anyone the wrong advice. Like, you know who you are. If this betrayal was so bad, right, I'm not telling you to come back with this person and integrate and find union and passion with them again. Like, this is probably just saying that there is a lack of, therefore, you know, you need to identify that and be okay if this is over, right? But if this is a marriage, maybe the betrayal wasn't as big, or, you know, it's just a part of your relationship that you two are going through something right now. And there is a way to salvage this marriage or this relationship. And, you know, there's some work that has to be done on bringing some of these more relationship dynamics back into play between the both of you, because there is a Page of Cups here, which is the idea of love. It's not necessarily love yet. I just feel that this person over here is like sort of on their own path with this independence of the High Priestess. And this person over here is totally like walls up and boundaries are set. So it doesn't, from the get-go, it just didn't feel as though there was a connection or union here. But for some reason, you know, the both of you are in a sort of relationship dynamic. So, but let me know in the comments what this is about. I'm curious to know, you know, what your situation is and how it relates to the reading. And again, I so appreciate your time and effort and energy watching this video, Gemini. I hope you were able to gain some insight into your situation. And if you were able to, you know, get a different perspective or the message related to you in any way, I would appreciate if you liked the video. And look out for your rising, your moon sign, and your other person's sign. I'm going to be finishing the rest of the zodiac within the next few days. But if this is where I leave you, then I will see you again on the next Gemini reading that comes up. Good luck with this situation, and I hope that, you know, you come from a wise, experienced place here in whatever decisions that you do make. So thank you again. I'll see you next time.